Alex woke to the warm glow of morning light filtering through the blinds. He reached for his alarm clock, but oddly there was no beeping sound. Assuming it was broken, he got up and went about his morning routine. But as he shuffled around his apartment, an eerie silence prevailed. No hum of the refrigerator, no drone of the traffic outside, not even the chirping of birds. He tried playing music on his phone, but no sound came out. "Hello?" he called out nervously. His voice made no noise, as if it was swallowed up by the air. A feeling of dread crept upon Alex's spine. Something was very wrong. Stepping outside, Alex was met with a scene of silent chaos. People ran through the streets with looks of sheer panic, desperately trying to make any sounds. Car horns blared without a decibel, babies wailed mutely in their mother's arms, dogs barked soundlessly at the madness. Alex stood frozen, horrified by the harrowing silence enveloping everything. Just then, a shadow crept over the buildings. Alex looked up to see the massive UFOs hovering overhead, their metallic surfaces glinting menacingly in the morning sun. The saucer-shaped ships were utterly silent, but cast an ominous pall over the city below. Alex's blood ran cold at the sight. As the situation sunk in, panic exploded noiselessly on the streets. People screamed silently, scrambling to get out of the city. Priests tried fruitlessly to comfort their terrified congregations inside silent churches. The world had been robbed of its voice without warning or explanation. Alex knew he had to get across town to his sister Emily's apartment. The journey was arduous. With no audible sirens, accidents happened left and right in front of him, playing out like a macabre silent film. The UFOs maintained their presence overhead, a constant reminder of the invisible force that had done this to them. Along the way, Alex met Clara, a sign language teacher. Together they managed to communicate using signs and written notes. Most people, however, were reduced to mimed gestures, their frustration and fear apparent in their contorted faces. The absence of sound felt smothering, almost suffocating, like drowning in an ocean of silence. After what seemed an eternity, Alex arrived at Emily's apartment, only to find a hastily scrawled note that she had gone to the city square where the silent aliens were apparently communicating. Heart-pounding, Alex and Clara raced to join the masses gathered around the enormous screen that had been erected there. On it, sinister alien figures conveyed their message through visuals. "Your sound has been taken for study. Remain calm and it will be returned." Cold terror washed over the crowd. What did it mean to have their voices, their most innate means of expression, stolen from them without consent or warning? Yet after the initial shock, Alex sensed the change in the crowd's mood. People seemed to realize panicking would only invite more harm. And so silent protests began, peaceful shows of resistance. Alex, Clara, and others formed committees to try to negotiate with their voiceless alien captors, using any means they could. Finally, after endless days of silence, a miracle happened. The city awoke one morning to familiar sounds. Birds singing, coffee brewing, cars on the move. The UFOs that had terrorized them ascended silently into the sky, disappearing without a trace. Alex sat on his balcony that morning, overcome with emotion at the simple beauty of ordinary sounds he had never appreciated before. The return of voices felt like a rebirth for the city. In the very cosmic scale, humans were but a whisper, Alex thought. But even a whisper can have profound meaning, for it gives voice to the soul within each beating heart.